Hello, my name is Martin and welcome back to another video. So, glorious. We're back home in the heartland. This is Rochdale, we're between Rochdale and Bury. And this is the River Roach. And it's a tributary of the River Irwell, the one that runs through the centre of Manchester. Now, do you remember summer?
Yeah.
Do you remember your first video?
Yeah, weather was beautiful.
Beautiful, wasn't it? We walked down by the Naden Brook and we found those old mills. Fantastic. Well, we're with a friend today called John, who's tipped me off about the remains of an old mill down here by the River Roach. And he said there's a couple of interesting features. So, I think we're going to look at the remains of Nat Bank Mill. I'll give you some info because I need to read up on it. I've had to just come down here today and seize the opportunity while the weather's it's not raining. Anyway, we'll crack on. There's not a great deal of the mill. We'll take a look at the mill, but there is a feature that I know you'll like. So this is a steep-sided valley just by the River Roach. Now, like I say, back in summer of this year, we found those old mills by the Cheesden Brook and the Naden Brook, and they were very early fulling mills that relied on water for their power. And this one I think is no different. This is Nat Bank Mill, and all that's left is the old perimeter walls. Look like dry stone, don't they? This hollow we're looking at here probably would have been the bulk of the mill. Just remains of old steps and old walls, but as you look closer, there's all sorts of little details, intriguing little things that are still left behind. So these moss-covered walls tell a story in themselves. As we look closer, you can see all the way there's been fittings and fixtures attached to these walls. Just look at that there. And then the circular cutouts that you can see. Something anchored into the wall there. Some round piece of machinery perhaps that attached to the wall. And then these big abandoned blocks that were probably plinths that machinery stood upon. Now, it's been very difficult to find information about this place. There's not a lot written. If you put in Nat Bank Mill on Google, you'll find the Haywood History site, and it will tell you about Nat Bank, but it doesn't say a great deal about the mill. Now, on the members section of my channel, I put out a bit of an appeal. I said, I've been to this place, can anyone find me anything on Nat Bank Mill? And Matthew, who's one of the members and supporters of this channel, found some priceless information, and it's this document here. So you can see the date on the document, and I'll keep probably referring back to it. But the name has evolved, because in 1650 you'll see it was known as Natch Bank. And again, I've been searching under Nat Bank, spelt with a G, double T at the end and without the G as well, so it's been a difficult search, but this is our best bet here. Now, if we look at the old maps, you'll see it shows the River Roach and it shows the remains of Nat Bank Mill. This is going back to about 1898, this map, and even in 1898 you can see it says that the mill is disused. So down by the riverbank here is the thing that probably the most interesting thing for us. Telltale position by the riverbank. I'm a bit worried about going in, but that's a corker that you found us there. See, this is what John's only got a small channel, but he's quite understated because he finds this amazing stuff, and I look at it and I go, "Where's that? What's that, John?" So yeah, thanks for bringing us, John.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a call.
An unexpected find. Look at that. How amazing is that? Now, we're not very prepared because we didn't know we were going to find this. So the question is, do you want me to go in? Or do I stay out and stay safe? Perhaps we could go in part of the way and just take a look and see what this thing was. Yeah, I think we'll go in. Can you get the side of it, James, for a bit of light?
That smells cold.
It has, hasn't it? Unless we've just got used to it. Okay, so first part looks in pretty good nick. It's up there that I'm concerned about, really. Can you get up here and get some light? Keep up, man. Interesting. Right, so an arch sat on top of that. Interesting. Unless we're just in the foundations of what was the mill, not sure. So we've got a pillar there, a big stone pillar there. Come on.
Bit of collapse as well.
Yeah. Nice bit of archwork there, sat with a stone pillar. Very atmospheric. So we'll go in. Whoa, 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 look at this. Shit. Go that way, James. Well, would you look at that? Would you look at that?
What is that?
If we turn around this way, we've got the same going that well. We've got a similar tunnel going that way. So we go forward.
Yeah.
Some sort of pipe. See, that suggests to me, that big mound there,
Yeah.
suggests water ran through here. And that's like,
It's like river silt.
yeah, it's like silt in it. So I'm theorising that this tunnel that we're in is some sort of watercourse. And if we go back to our document, you'll see it says the flow and the fall of the Roach at Knapbank was utilised and a mill was built which contributed to the spread of the cotton trade before any of the mills now existing in Heywood. Now Heywood is the local area around here. It's a town between Rochdale and Bury. So this is suggesting that it's an early mill, and it utilised the force of the River Roach. So it kind of backs up my theory that this is this watercourse, this underground watercourse, fed a wheel possibly. End of the road. End of the road. Right, so this is the more dodgy tunnel. Interestingly, Tony's just pointed out that the roof here is timber. That's timber lined, look at that. And it's rotten. That is incredible. Why is it timber lined? That's amazing. So, nothing, it looks dodgy, but it's not, I don't know that it's that. It's quite well constructed, to be honest with you. So we'll take a look, see what it's like. Bit of water there, so we'll go precariously past that. See what's at the other end down there, eh? Okay, just before we do that, let's see if we can put a date on these mills, because again I can't find anything that gives me a specific date, so I'm relying again on this document written Friday, August the 11th, 1905. As we go into the document, it talks about a Colonel Mellor there. And it says, when his family started the mills at Nat Bank some 40 years ago. So that gives us, what, the 1860s. Now it's a water-powered mill, so I would possibly date it even earlier than that. But as with a lot of these mills, they developed and they eventually started utilising steam power. But 1860s, maybe earlier than that, that's roughly the date we've got. So we'll have to run with that for the moment.
Not too bad once you get down that initial bit. Is that alright? Yeah. Your house is like being. I'll do it.
Is it full of mud?
It's pretty silly, yeah, you won't be able to do nothing without well.
So you go down there, right?
Yeah.
Tell me what that's like there.
Not too bad here. It's that middle bit.
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
What's it like there where...
It's pretty deep. Oh, it's alright here.
it's solid there?
It's solid, it's just getting there.
Oh. Right. It smells bad up here.
Cover.
There's been animal footprints in here, isn't there? Right, I'll try and get some shots because it's a bit, it's all a bit thingy. So that's what we're looking at. So you've got your arch there. We've not got the big light now because James is back there.
You need to go.
It's up to you, son.
Is that alright?
Yeah, if you want to go along that thing I went along, and you'll see down there, it goes on there.
How far does it go?
It goes a long way.
It curves around.
A very long way, that. Okay, so this is how far this goes on now. So you can see up there. Look at that. So this goes quite far. Way up there. But because of the smell, we can't go up there because if there's gas, we're releasing gas in the mud, it becomes dangerous. I think this was a water course because it's full of silt, and it is one tunnel type of thing. We were going to go down there and have a look, but we can smell an odd smell, and you and I both know that's possibly gas up there. We're fine in here because it doesn't smell and we're not that far from the entrance, but up there it does start to get a bit stinky. So we're not going to go down there. Perhaps come back with a gas meter one day and take a look at it. But yeah, we'll head on out now. Oh shit. Honestly, these places, mud, glorious mud. Oh my God. horrendous. Oh, see, look at that. So we're definitely thinking waterway, because it's a long run. It's not the undercroft of the former mill, I don't think. Thinking waterway. There's so much silt in here, and there's so much mud up there that as we disturb it, we're getting funny smells. Definitely. I wonder if it fed the wheel. This was the thing, the tail race to feed the wheel, or the wheel was behind the camera, or the wheel was up there. If it's up there, tantalisingly close, because we can see in the distance things, but we can't stoop and we can't go down there, because if it's gas, we're knackered. Oh, fresh air. That was a corker. Guess who forgot the cups? Well, James, who's behind the camera, was supposed to bring the flask, and he didn't. So he's having his in a bottle of tea. So it's going everywhere. Right, you're going to have a short brew. Now, just while we have a brew, I was interested to try and find the entrance to that tunnel, or a feed off the River Roach into that tunnel, and despite walking along the banks of the Roach, we couldn't find anything, so we couldn't find an inlet. Anyway, talking of searches, I decided to have a look through the birth, deaths, marriages and baptisms in the area, and I found this, and it was quite interesting, and I don't know if I can connect it to the mill or not. We've got Margaret Shepherd, daughter of Joseph Shepherd and Betty. She was baptised on the 6th of April 1834 at St James's, and she lived at Nat Bank. Her occupation was a slubber. Now, I had to look up what a slubber was, and it turns out, I think it's a Lancashire term, and a slubber prepared the cotton for spinning, removing the slubs or imperfections in the yarn. So it could just be that Margaret worked at our Nat Bank mill. If she was baptised in 1834, it would probably make her late 20s, 30s by the time she was working at the mill. So did Margaret work here? We'll never ever know, but it's nice to put a name, isn't it, and an occupation to these ruins that we're looking round. So looking for the other end of the tunnel, obviously we didn't go all the way along it, but this looks very interesting, so let's see, because I wonder if this is where it came out into the River Roach. I'll go down, check it out, might be nothing, but let's have a look, eh? This is where you hope it was. It is that. Not too bad, John. Oh. Oh. I think I can see something. I think it's a travel on your bottom thingy.
Oh yeah.
Watch, it's very slippery. I'll take the camera off in a sec, James.
Yeah. It's getting down there.
Right, so this is the other side of it. When we're in the tunnel and we zoomed along and it was a crawl and we were disturbing gas, this is the other side of it. Absolutely stinks. Obviously this is possibly the outflow because we've come downstream on the Roach. My question is, where was the inflow into this tunnel? If it's definitely you know, a water course, I think it is. So let's see what it's like. I'm not sure how far we can go in here. It looks like it's pretty waterlogged. Come on, James. Go pass me the camera.
Yeah.
Right. It actually smells of poo. pretty much waterlogged in there, isn't it? Let's go in a bit further. Oh. Look at that. So we were at the other end down there. Right, so there you go, water filled. I know for a fact that's very sinky, that mud, because we tried it at the other end. So we would have just crawled along here and come out here. So you've kind of seen all the tunnel bar for a little bit up at that other end. Very interesting though. Looks much better nick at this side. What an amazing place. Oh, much better, Nick. That tunnel in it at that side. Much better. Right, so there you go, the remains of Nat Bank Mill by the River Roach. That was amazing. Love the tunnel, didn't we?
Yeah.
Even though it stunk. So, John found this for us. So if you check out John's not got a YouTube channel, he's got a website. It's a Blogspot website. I'll put the address here just below us. It's Derelict Manchester Blogspot, John.
Yep.
That's right.
Blogspot.u.com.
Okay, so I'll put the address here, and he's find some pretty good stuff, to be honest with you. We've got a guest here today, Tony, who's been with us, having a look around with us. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time in the next video. Bye for now.